No.
It wasn't.
It was supposed to rain later, though.
Yeah, I get 3 o'clock, and then I got to come back over for NFL Live. So I saw the weather, and I cursed.
Yeah, same. I got to be
probably
over
thought
here
I was,
for this.
something was wrong with me. I was screaming, "What is that?" Because rain.
Exactly.
But walking over, it wasn't bad at all. It was actually pleasantly surprised. It was crisp.
Yeah.
It's going to be a clear day.
It wasn't that cold either. It wasn't like it was going to be cold. It's not that cold.
No, not at all. I was pleasantly surprised.
Not as warm as where Jay is right now, I'm sure, but it's
Well, he's on vacation in the middle of vacation.
Yeah, good for him.
He deserves it. Guy has 3 kids.
Got 11 kids.
Yeah, so there you go.
So you know who else?
Already,
don't have enough money for 11 kids. Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown. So he was in the Raw Room, Key.
And what is the Raw Room?
The Raw Room is a show.
Okay.
And he was asked about Jalen Hurts' contract extension. And
Talking about another man's money, A.J. Brown.
But A.J. Brown was brought in to see if Jalen Hurts could take that final step, and he did, never looked back.
Speaking of money, they're going to have to address his contract in a minute, too.
So this is all tied together, and we will tie it together in a minute. Here's A.J. Brown on Jalen Hurts' deal.
Listen, I love Philly, and what I'm about to say. You do not pay this man. Just ship me off wherever he finna go.
It's over with.
I'm telling you.
Package deal me with him.
Listen, so you talk about pressure, how we get it done.
So he's telling the general manager, Howie Roseman, if you don't pay Jalen Hurts and he's going to go somewhere else, trade me to wherever he goes. That's my dude.
Oh, of course. I mean, A.J. Brown does not want to have the type of quarterbacks that I had. I mean, he already tasted a little bit of it in Tennessee. He died and went to heaven when he landed in Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts. So, look, here's what I'm going to say about Jalen Hurts' contract. It's going to get done. Now, whether it gets done tomorrow or 90 days from now or 120 days, it's going to get done. So that's not even anything to think about. And he's fighting for his quarterback to get the money because that's the topic of conversation in the offseason.
Can I say something about Jalen Hurts and those throws we just watched on ESPN?
I tried to tell you if you just listen.
I mean, but there's something I like when people talk about arm talent because a guy can have a big arm. It could even be accurate. But some dudes throw more catchable balls. When Jalen Hurts throws the ball, it reminds me of Mariano Rivera, the Yankees closer, when he could put it in a teacup. Jalen Hurts puts it, the arm talent to throw the most catchable ball right where the receiver wants it, Key, is extraordinary.
Well, it's very catchable because it's in your catch radius. All you want it to do is get the ball in your catch radius. A guy like A.J. Brown has a catch radius similar to mine. If you could just put it in this catch radius from above the head, down in the circle, down underneath the kneecaps, that's it. And you're good. And the catch radius is a big deal. And quarterbacks that can put in your catch radiuses are very accurate. Now, if they can put it out in front of you where you can pluck it, that means that you continue to go and you continue to run with the football. Things like that. When you see players like, for instance, you see a receiver get injured. Injury where you go, oh, man, that's his ACL.
Behind him a little bit.
Just a little bit behind him. Made him slow down. He didn't put it out in front of him. He put it on his hip where he had to kind of turn and twist. That's a problematic quarterback. Jalen Hurts is not that. Not at all. He's a $240 million, fully guaranteed in the first 4-year type guy. You can give him a 7-year deal, whatever. Just you can pay him the type of money that he deserves, which is the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League.
Next man up, he gets the highest.
Yeah, there's nothing to debate. There's nothing to argue about at all.
Well, but the teams are saying, and Jalen Hurts is a little different since he was a second-round pick.
I don't care about that, Max.
No. I'm not going there. Since he was a second-round pick, he's up now.
Oh, yeah.
See what I mean? He doesn't have to threaten anything. He's up now. So you got to pay him. So
you can franchise him.
That's true.
But that would be next year.
That'd be no. Wait a minute.
No. So he's not up. He's eligible.
So you could
for an extension. Right. He's going into his 4th year, which is the time.
They don't have the 5th-year option.
No, which is the time to do it in between the end of his 3rd year and the start of his 4th year.
So everyone's telling these players, don't look at Deshaun Watson. That's an outlier. Blah 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 blah. So when you say 240. Deshaun Watson was 230 fully guaranteed on signing. And everyone's, oh, no, don't look at that. Look at Patrick. Look at Russell Wilson or Kyler Murray, 180, 160, 180,
Remember, I brought that up a while ago.
Yeah, you did. But is Jalen Hurts different since they don't have the fifth-year option? What is the actual market? You say 240, fully guaranteed? How do you do that?
You can give him, similar to what I said about, I was supposed to say Deshaun, similar to what I said about Lamar Jackson, is to push it out to give yourself time to catch up to the salary cap that's going to continue to grow.
What do you mean by push it out?
Like 7 years, 6 years, some number other than the 4-year 230 or 235 or whatever that number going to be.
Like what Patrick Mahomes did.
Yeah, you just push it out. The number in the first 4 years, okay, what do you think he is, Max? He's a $50 million quarterback.
Obviously.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's just, for simple math, 4-year, $200 million you want to give him, guaranteed. 50, 50, 50, 50. That's 4 50s, 4 years, $200 million. I don't want to give him a 4-year deal.
Right, because then each year it's 50 against the cap.
I don't want to do that. So I want to give him a 7-year deal.
So it cuts it down to like 30 against the cap.
So now I'm going to give you the 7-year deal, but $200 million of it is going to be paid to you within the first 4 years of present value. You're going to get that money.
When people hear that the money has run out on the contract, it means the guaranteed money. At that point, the player's cuttable or, extendable.
And on top of that, I'm going to give you $100 million to sign. So I'm going to give you the 4 years, $200 million, but I'm only going to give you $100 million to sign.
And then 25 a year for 4 years.
And then I'm going to give you whatever, 25.
But we're going to say it's for 7 years, so the cap hit is lower because you average it out over more years.
And so now I'm going to take that $100 million and I'm going to stretch that $100 million out over the 7 years.
And it's really, the number's 230, not 2, because
I'm just doing it for math because I don't have a calculator in front of me and I'm not that smart.
Got it. So here's the question. I see why the team would want to do it that way. Can you explain why Jalen Hurts would want to do it that way?
Would or would not?
Would.
Well, you would want to help the team out in doing it that way and not eat up a lot of the cap space.
So you can pay guys like A.J. Brown.
Because A.J. Brown is due again. He only signed, I think A.J. Brown only did a 3-year deal. And so now he's going into that 3-year deal. He'll be in his second year, the 3-year deal. So they're going to have to see him in the end of 2023.
What would you say to someone who says, yes, but financially, how does it make sense for Jalen Hurts? Is he ever going to? So when you see that Patrick Mahomes signs 10 years, $500 million, but when you look, you go, oh, it's actually 150 guaranteed or whatever it is. How is it in his best interest to sign that contract when it seems like he could demand twice the guarantee he got?
How could he demand that? From where? He's
Patrick Mahomes?
Oh, you mean Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, like someone like that, in other words.
Well, he's going to get that money regardless because he's Patrick Mahomes. So Patrick Mahomes' deal is such that it was a cap-friendly deal for the team. His guaranteed money is either has run out or is about to run out. All they're going to do is that $300 million that's left on that deal, they're going to bring that forward to 2023, 24. And they're going to give him $250 million of that, and then they're going to extend him out another 4 or 5 years or whatever. I don't have his contract in front of me, another 4 or 5 years, so it becomes another 10-year deal
so
again.
So really what this all comes down to is it's a physical sport. You risk catastrophic injury, but that's why you want the guarantee. But if the guarantee is big enough that you and generations of your family are set,
yes,
then you kick the can down the road so you have a great team around you thinking, if I could play 15 years as a quarterback, which guys can do, someone like Mahomes might come off with $1 billion when all is said and done.
Patrick Mahomes will probably touch, in his NFL career, he'll probably touch $600 million in his NFL career, maybe a little bit more, maybe $700 million of real money if he stays healthy. He'll touch $700 million in real money. He'll probably do contracts north of $1 billion.
But then he'll wind up with the 700.
Yeah, by the time what is this, his 5th year, end of his 5th year, or 6th year? So if it's the end of his 6th year, he's probably got another 10 years easy in him.
And he'll be on great teams all the time because he'll work with the team to give them enough flexibility while he's getting his money to put pieces around him, which is why he was okay with Tyreek Hill leaving, because they came to him and said, look, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to get this piece and this piece and this piece.
How much money is that, Max?
What's that?
I'm just thinking in my head. 50 million, another 10 years. Plus, I was thinking off the field, he'd probably pick up another 10 a year, 60 over the next 10 years.
And by the way,
per year.
It's going to be more because the cap keeps going.
No, I know. I'm just giving
in
you
today's dollars.
I'm giving you easy numbers, though. I'm not like, 80 million a year, because that's probably what it'll be.
Well, I mean, if you play 15 years and you average 50, right?
Well, no, I'm saying, forget what he did. I'm talking about moving forward. Mm-hmm. He averages
50.
Sorry, Patrick, I'm counting your money for you. 70 million.
Yes, that's right.
70 million for the next 10 years.
700 million.
700.
Right.
That's why I told you I'm not that smart. 700 million. Like I said, he's going to make $700 million.
Nice round numbers.
I gave you round numbers. I didn't say 70.659.
But he already took down probably $100 million, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying.
And now you got to talk about.
I'm talking about the 10 years that's left in his career that I've given him at an average of 70 million on and off the field.
What's it going to look like for Hurts?
I would probably say he's going to be north of 200 million guaranteed money over the first 4 years.
Are they going to want to toe the line at 230?
I don't see him. I don't see him and his agent trying to compare Deshaun's situation to his situation. I just don't see it because he's not.
He just want to be treated fairly.
Yeah, he's not like that. His family's not like that. He wants to get the most money. He certainly wants to do that.
We want to hear from you. Which team is the biggest question heading into next season? Which team? I want you to select a team and tell us the biggest question mark team, right?